Hello, my name is Sibyl Harmony. I'm a clairvoyant and a medium, and this is a video about our current time that we're going through here on Earth. I do and have done past life regressions, and I remember times in other worlds when I was in Lemuria, when I was in Atlantis, mostly in Lemuria, which is where I was happiest. And so many souls came here from different places in the universe. Palladians is where my soul came from. One of them, I'm also connected to Arcturus. Many of us are blended in where we come from as souls. And so this is more like a channeled message. I'm going to be channeling about what's happening now, what you can do about it, and giving you a little bit of a history lesson to help you put it in proper perspective. So even in our known history in the last 10,000 years here on Earth, there have been times when we do have dating back where there were floods, where many people left, where there was a big exodus because of floods. And it has been known in our history of our planet there was an ice age, a dinosaur age. So those things are known. So in recorded human history, going back to Babylonian and Sumerian times and the time of the Sibyls in the Greek temples, which I remember as well, which I'm not saying to impress anybody. I'm just wanting to share this because I want you to see the perspective and see the dream and the vision that I was shown for what's going on with humanity. So in many times in our history, there have been what we would call dark and light, dark, evil, greed, violence, and also people here teaching of compassion, healing, sharing, connecting with and protecting the earth and animals and nature. And so part of my mission now, most of my mission now, is here helping people to reconnect with who they really are, with the earth, and bringing back natural balance to a world that is very much out of balance, and a world that we are living through the ending of this world as we know it, because everything is falling apart. And you're seeing all the darkness and the shadows, the greed and the oligarchies. There's always a group of people trying to steal power, whether it was in Atlantis, where they wanted power and they blew it up and caused a huge earthquake, or where it was in Lemuria, where Lemuria was a gentler society. So what happened in Lemuria is that there was just a gentle flooding, and the Lemurians didn't have, that were here teaching the other beings here on the planet about, by example, not telling anybody what to do, but bringing the energy of balance and higher learning and connection with nature and compassion. So because it was such a more balanced society, it just kind of gently flooded and they just kind of dispersed. And the problem that we learned from that in my past life regressions that I know is that we didn't have boundaries, and we contaminated with the lower energies on the planet. So there are always beings, that the universe is full of beings, aliens you can call them, or angels and demons, whatever you feel, the bodhisattva, or the ones that are stuck in the bardo, or whatever you want to call it. There's life, millions of other life on other planets, maybe trillions life forms. There are life forms that come around and affect us. And this has happened on many other planets where, like on Mars, where they had wars and they blew it all up and destroyed it. Okay, so that's Mars, the warrior planet. So we're effectively in a war right now, in an astrological configuration of the Civil War, which is where people were fighting for freedom of themselves and others. Okay. And it had to do with money and power. So we are in that again. We are living through a time of, like that again. And so this is when people feel like very uncertain. There's strange weather. It's because of the energy of ending and beginning of worlds. So it doesn't have to be a giant earthquake that destroys everybody or that's blown up like that. And it won't be a nuclear bomb, because the beings that watch over this planet won't allow that to happen, because it affects other planets. So we can rest a little bit relaxed about that. Okay. And we can understand that we chose to be here. Yes, you chose to be here in this time of reckoning, in the time of the purging of the shadows, of the greed, of the, there's no reason for any war or violence or greed or control of people or enslaving people. Basically, what we're dealing with here is the oligarchy and the higher, the one, small percent of people wanting to control others and basically enslave them in jobs where they're paid little. They don't have health care, they don't have, so they don't care. And that's what they have, that's what they want to do. And their beings or God, they may think that, say, well, we don't have any gods or God or something, or that we're Christian or something, well, whatever they want to say, to dress it up and make it, people believe in what they're doing is okay. But when you see veterans losing their retirements, veterans losing their jobs, they even took school lunches. We can't, on a planet of plenty where some have so much, we can't have school lunches. Healthcare is a human right. Okay. And there is enough for everybody. And when we come back into a world that is ethical and compassionate and in balance, which we will, all that will come into balance. And my guide showed me a dream. When it comes into balance, I can't really say, but I do feel like it gets better within the next 5 years, certainly after this year. This year is intense. And yeah, they took, what I was saying before is they took away veterans' retirements in America. Some vets' retirement, I don't know if all, but some were targeted. And they even took away disabled vets. These are people who put their life on the line for this country and that we promised to take care of. Taking away their funding for their service dog and vet visits and food for the dog. I really, is that where we are now? Yeah, that's where we are. Social Security is not an entitlement. People paid into Social Security. That's their money. So now, oh, your check might be late, or you shouldn't have it, or, so this is just insanity. And the lying and the deception on both sides. I tend to be independent or Democrat because they're more compassionate, and at least they do a slow walk to people, draining people's incomes, not a quick destruction like this. And some of them are actually, there are politicians that are there that are actually really working for the people, for the benefit of the people, like Bernie Sanders, Ocasio-Cortez, what's that? There are some, but these establishment Democrats, which kind of do some good, but they don't really fix it. There is much to blame for what this administration is doing. Then, sorry to say that, then Republicans, because when they had power, they weren't really in there for the people. They're lobbyists making tons of money and special interests And our government was set up to be by and for the people. And so we are seeing the birthing of a movement where we can take our country back and really the world. So in a dream I had, I saw that everyone shares, that we come into balance. And it's more like we're a global planet in the future. Now, I don't know when this is going to happen or even if it'll happen in our lifetime, but we right now are in the birthing of that. And that's what you are living through. So you can do very well financially in this time if you shift your consciousness or your intuition to higher self and or divine beings that will assist you, keeping you safe, showing, you know, and it's cumulative. It doesn't just happen, okay, I changed my mind, because many people are in jobs that they hate. That wasn't meant to be. We weren't meant to have jobs that we hate and be controlled or bought off and paid for. Everything is about money. That's not the way it was supposed to be. And it's not the way that it will be. But it's really important now, while you are living through this time, to remember why you are here. You are spirit here in a physical body. And the most important thing for you to do, if you know, is to contribute to the well-being of everyone else. However you can do that, calling your senators and congress people, voting, paying attention to local elections, helping the environment, saying prayers for people, smiling for people, donating, helping animals, helping the planet, because the planet is ours. We are the caretakers of nature and the planet. And when I see regimes that are dirtying our air and our water for profit, I know that's wrong. When I see regimes that are hurting veterans and animals, I know that's wrong. Sometimes it's hard to believe, like, who do you believe? Who do you listen to? But the more you know who you are and you are grounded in higher consciousness, the more you will connect with beings and politicians and people that are in higher consciousness, benefiting us all. And the more you can be in that state of higher consciousness, creating a life for you and your family, your country and your community that will benefit all of us. So prayers, affirmations, getting grounded, doing your own personal work. When you raise your consciousness, you uplift the consciousness of the planet. The more of us that are awake, that's why they don't want you awake. And it's not woke, which is whatever that is. That's a political pundit term or whatever. It's your awakening of consciousness. It used to be called enlightenment, and it wasn't as popular. It was only for a few. Now we are all waking up, or we are having a really hard time. And so I, in my life, have awakened and am living in alignment with my higher self. It doesn't mean that everything is great, but it's much better than it would be, because I'm still living in a world that's out of balance, but it's actually way better, much better. Now, actually, I am in contact and kind of in the trenches because I'm still working with people, teaching classes and doing the work that I agreed to do here. And then that affects me. I'm not just sitting on a beach somewhere around a lake or something, enjoying my earthly life. I'm actually doing the work and being of service. Okay. So, I just wanted to come on and share that with you. And please sign up for my weekly newsletter. If anything happens to YouTube, that's one way you can get in touch with me at my SibylHarmony.com. So that is, I may, if I can't make videos, I may go back. I used to write a newsletter, and that's one way that people can get in touch with me. Or I may put out videos in another way if something happens to YouTube, because they are grabbing people off the streets now, and I don't know what would happen. So I'm also teaching a memberships on Saturdays at 12 o'clock on YouTube. I try to put out spiritual videos. Sometimes on Thursdays, I do that. And I will be offering classes in the future. But please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me and puts this message out here. Please like and subscribe. And thank you for watching this video. I just want you to know that you're living through a time that is momentous. And it's important to not only to give back, but to stay grounded and breathe and take excellent care of yourself. However, tuning into your spirit and your energy. And I teach that in my videos, in my Saturday group, and in classes that I will be teaching of how, so do your breathing, do your meditation, do your prayer, or your art, your joy, and remember to be grateful. Even when it's difficult, remember to be grateful, because that's when it really helps you to shift your energy into a really good and positive space. So you can be at peace and joyful. And let's do that right now. Let's just call in peace and joy and kind of get grounded. Okay. So let's call in the guides to assist us, or your higher self, whatever you believe in. So if you close your eyes and just kind of tune into your body and your breath, and let's take some relaxing breaths. Breathing and filling up your belly. And relax, letting your abdomen relax. Allow your jaw to relax. And let's call in your higher self, your guides, and ask your guides and angels to clear away any lower energies, any energy of fear or control or anything that's draining you. And cut those cords and ask the guides. Archangel Michael is a powerful angel. Call in your guardian angels, your animal totems, your higher self. There's Archangel Raphael. And so we're kind of just gonna like flush the toilet, like you had a grounding cord. There we go. See a lot of powerful female energy here. And then bring in a light through the top of your head. It's already there. We're just putting our attention on your light. And let's call in, hello. The angels are saying hello. Call in your inner joy. Allow yourself to relax and breathe. There you go. And fill your body and your aura with light. There's Archangel Michael. Ask him to vacuum out or cut away with his sword of light any lower energies. A lot of lower energies want you to be in lack or fear and want to affect your thinking. So let's connect with higher mind. Yeah. Okay. So in the center of your head, there is a sixth chakra. Right in the middle of your forehead is your third eye. But if you go back in the center of your head, oh, okay. Yeah. You didn't know you had a center of your head, maybe. Okay. There's the goddess Isis. Thank you. And so in the center of your head, the third eye, she says, and there's a little P-shaped organ. It's actually inside the pineal gland. And this P-shaped organ has a tiny pyramid inside of it. And when we send healing light to that tiny pyramid, we balance the body. and it kind of cleans out your other chakras. There you go. So let's just say hello to that. And if you don't know how to do that, that's fine. Just say hello to the guides around you, the guides and angels, and ask them, Archangel Michael, Goddess Isis, balance and clear my third eye pyramid in the center of my head. And just trust. If you've asked, there it goes. Okay, if you've asked, they are assisting you. Breathe and ground. This is a profound healing. There you go. So that's a little bit. Now, keeping your eyes closed, take a few breaths. Do not do this while you're driving. I should have said that. This is a little bit of what I do in my sessions and my group on Saturday. Beautiful. See, doesn't that feel better? You can open your eyes, kind of take a stretch, breathe, and enjoy that healing. And know that you as a soul decided to be here so that you could heal and grow and raise your consciousness. And just by you being here on the planet is helping to shift, helping everyone else. Remember to be kind to yourself and others. And I will be looking forward to seeing you on videos coming up. Yeah, I usually do these on Thursday, but because it's the first, I wanted to do, and there's such intense energy, I wanted to do this today. And I'm sending you so much love. I love you, and we're in this together. Take care. Bye.